Hello Virgo, how you doing today? My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and we are going to do a reading for Virgo season just to see what's coming your way for your season. And if you don't know, it's going to be August 23rd until September 22nd. So that's going to be the window for this reading. But whenever you find it, sounds good. You know, time is fluid. None of that matters for real, for real. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy your birthday. Have a great time. Celebrate yourself. Okay? All about you. So let's get into it though. So some of the energy that I was picking up on um, while I was like shuffling the cards and all that was first I heard sacrifice. And someone does not want to feel like a sacrifice. Okay. Someone doesn't want to be taken advantage of. Someone doesn't want to kind of like be someone's experiment to see like, are they ready to date? You know, you don't want to be somebody's rebound. You don't want to be somebody's, you know, not you don't want to like waste your time and not be given all the time and energy and attention and effort that you deserve. Okay, you don't want to waste your time, your energy, your love. You just don't. And I feel like if somebody's coming your way, they need to know 100% like what time it is, or you're gonna have to move on. I like that. That definitely makes sense. We just had that blue full moon in Aquarius, and I just did a reading about that. And to me, it was all about everyone's honoring themselves. They're not forcing other people to honor them anymore. It's not, trying to go along to get along, but it's like, this is my needs, this is what I'm at. You can either be with it or not, no judgment there, but this is where I'm at. So I feel like that's definitely the energy I'm getting from this so far. Some of you guys, there could be some communication coming in, some new love interest based on some of the cards I was seeing. So we'll see there what kind of energy comes your way for Virgo season. All right, we're going to start with this Oracle deck here, bottom of the deck. Yeah, we have Eclipse in Taurus, change of heart, reevaluation. So yeah, there's definitely like a time of just thinking about what matters to you, what brings you fulfillment, and giving yourself the time to really reflect on that and then honor it. Not forcing anyone else to be with it, but just being honest about where you're at. Okay, we have let your inner hero out, moon in Leo, heroism, and then moon in Libra, love, bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. And then we have joy. So yeah, I definitely see you're just kind of putting yourself first, and through that, and we have a leap of faith here. So some of you, the leap of faith could have been just really reevaluating what mattered to you, what mattered in your heart, and then standing by that, right? So if you're used to kind of just sacrificing your boundaries just to have people around you, or, keeping yourself quiet just to not start waves, you're really changing that. I like it. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. These cards are coming out crazy. I think we're in Mercury retrograde though right now, so. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have Eclipse in Gemini, negotiation, rise to challenges as a new path opens. So again, with negotiation, you guys are definitely deciding which way do I want to go? What do I want to invest in? What am I doing from here on out? I definitely feel like this came about after maybe, just some lack of fulfillment, or maybe things not panning out how you anticipated. So now it just feels like open season to figure out, okay, well, now what? You know? And we have Eclipse in Pisces, free will, serve your higher purpose. And then we have Sun in Pisces, higher purpose, align yourself with love and wisdom. So I really like this energy for you, Virgo. It makes sense now that you're in your season. It's definitely your time. Your birthday's coming around. Now that you're a year older in your energy, you're like, well, now what do I want to do? What matters to me? What's my purpose? And how can I go towards that? And know that sometimes when you go towards your purpose, it causes you to, have to redirect. And there's certain people, certain energies, certain habits that won't be able to go along with you, but that's okay because you're growing, you're evolving, and that's what we're here to do on Earth. So give yourself that patience whenever it can be uncomfortable, right? To go down different paths and redirect in ways you probably didn't think you were going to, but know that it is all for your higher purpose. You could be dealing with a Pisces or have that in your chart somewhere. But I do love all the higher purpose energy and all that. So I'm happy to see it for you. All right. And with compassion, Eclipse in Leo, I would just, again, have that compassion for yourself and for others because it's definitely going to be an adjustment for everybody. I'm glad my camera lightened itself up. It was looking crazy for a second there. All righty. I need a little more room. All right, let's get into the tarot though and just see what's going on. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, we have action, Prince of Swords, we have the Tower card. So yeah, you guys are definitely the catalyst for a lot of uncomfortable shifts that are happening. Okay. Know that again, this card especially represents like working with the divine and moving from a higher place, even though it's a page, right? Or prince. But you're going towards something bigger. Okay. It's going towards your higher purpose. Like it's just a very beautiful energy. And this is happening and it's causing a lot of like rifts, right? Whether it's your own personal stuff where you're like, I never thought I would, you know, leave this job or move this way or make these decisions or have this sort of change in life. Or maybe it's like, maybe you are finally embracing your truth, what you always knew to be your truth all along, but now that you're finally embracing it, it's causing some shocks throughout your friends, your loved ones, your coworkers maybe. And that's okay. That's why you got to move with compassion because change is hard for everyone, even if it isn't someone's direct life, right? But Three of Wands, enterprise. We have victory here, inspiration, preparation. I mean, you're going towards it, Virgo. You're feeling inspired. You're getting things done. You are focused. You have your eye on the prize. You're moving towards balance and just fulfillment. But it definitely requires you to rip some band-aids off, have some uncomfortable conversations. But it's all necessary, right? Because the tower is all about things not being stagnant or just not being sustainable. So it was meant to happen. Okay. Let's get some messages for Virgo to see what is coming Virgo's way in Virgo season. All right. I'm just going to let the cards fly out and just see what comes through for you, Virgo. Please and thank you. Ooh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Looking good. Okay. Love it. All right, so first card out was despair here. We also have skill. Okay, so Nine of Swords with despair. Virgo season is definitely starting out with seeing that tower and all of that negotiation. Like it's gonna be at first a bumpy ride, right? It's gonna feel like you might feel very alone or very just confused or maybe in the dark. But again, this leads to a light at the end of the tunnel, right? So you're definitely going to have to rip some band-aids off, have some uncomfortable conversations, shifts, kind of be on your own for a bit in order to get to a very beautiful spot. But again, normally beautiful spots require an initiation like that. Normally it's uncomfortable, right? Kind of think of like when you have certain physical goals, it's uncomfortable to go to the gym and things like that at first until you get used to it. When you have certain financial goals, it's hard to decide, oh, I don't want to spend money on that, but I'd rather, spend my money in investments, even though that may mean I'm not going to go out with my friends tonight. Like that can be a hard decision to make. But know that it is leading you to bigger and better things. Okay. And with skill here, I feel like, again, this kind of dark night of the soul is the exact thing that you're going to need in order to grow bigger and better. You're going to reflect on this exact time and be like, wow, I'm glad I learned how to go through that. I'm glad I did that on my own. I'm glad I, pushed myself through that uncomfortable time. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't realize what I'm made of, but also like I would be on a totally different path, right? So even though it's uncomfortable, know that it's providing you with the tools, the knowledge, the wisdom, the skills you're going to need to get where you want to be, okay? And to be successful there, right? You don't want to get somewhere where you're thriving, flourishing, and then have to go through some despair to get these skills. You know what I mean? Like you'd rather go through that initiation and be ready when you show up. You know what I mean? All right, and we have peace here with the Two of Swords. So again, where at first was very hurtful, unexpected, jarring, I do see that everyone in the situation is making peace, right? So this is just kind of like people are accepting the situation for what it is. People are allowing it to unfold, even though at first it may have been very upsetting, hurtful for you, for other people involved. Everyone is starting to understand, okay, I get why this had to happen. I understand why this person made this call. You know, this kind of makes me think of my little brother. He's a Marine, and he decided to tell us 2 days before he was leaving that he signed up for the Marines, which was crazy. And so, like, at first it was like, what? Why would you do this? Why would you do it like that? Like, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, a few years later, and we're like, okay, you know, that's what he does. He's having a good time. It's making sense. It's good for him, you know, so big life changes like that can be very hard to, you know, take on, but eventually everything's gonna settle down. Okay. And yeah, we have well-being here, and that just tells me that there's just a lot of like acceptance that's come with the situation, no matter what it is in regards to. Everyone's kind of understanding, you know, just like you have your highs, you have your lows. In order to enjoy the rainbow, you got to go through the rain. You know, people have to grow on their own, do their own thing. And I feel like that's just, people are accepting that. And that's good. Okay. But let's talk about these beautiful, beautiful things coming in for you. Okay. We have the Sun card, happiest card in the deck with the Lovers here. So, again, some of you, there could be like a new love relationship coming through. And maybe that it could be a little bit of what you're investing your time in. You know, when you have a new romantic interest, you tend to spend more time with them than your friends, family. So that could be a little bit of what's going on here. But overall, even if you're not into the romantic aspect of it, I feel that for you, Virgo, a lot of happiness, a lot of love, a lot of joy is coming through. And that's because you have that within, right? You've allowed yourself to go through that discomfort, build the knowledge, the skills, learn more about yourself that you had to learn about, despite it upsetting some people. And thank God you did that, because it led to so much happiness, so much joy, so much optimism. That happens whenever we figure out for ourselves, what does that look like for me, right? Because you can't get to this level of happiness, joy, fulfillment if you are just, you know, shooting in the dark. You know what I mean? This comes about when people are moving intentionally, honoring what feels right for them, allowing themselves to go towards, you know, what is calling them, even though it may be uncomfortable or out of a comfort zone or make others uncomfortable. This is what comes about whenever you're living an authentic life, Virgo. And I'm very, very happy for you. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Gemini there. All right, and we have this Strength card, innovation. Some of you guys could be like moving from home, or maybe starting college for the first time. Some of you guys could be getting married. Like, it feels like whoever I'm talking to is, it's like a big life change, right? And it's not that, you know, with despair, it had to be something bad, you know, like good things come with their own mourning process, you know, like sending your kid off to college for the first time, leaving your family for the first time is overwhelming. Or even if it's not for the first time and maybe you're having to move for work or just experience or whatever, it feels like there's a big life change happening here. Okay, and with innovation and strength, it lets me know that, you know, you had to go off on your own. You know, you had to take on a challenge. You took something head on, and it really did, you know, end well for you. But this was something very brave, very courageous. And Spirit wants to acknowledge that, like how powerful and, yeah, just very brave you are for being able to branch off on your own, take your own path, and it led to something very beautiful. You didn't let anyone's fear or doubt, or your own fear or doubt, stop you, and that's what's beautiful here. This makes me think of whenever I went to Costa Rica. Like, I went on a retreat, but I went by myself, which was kind of crazy. But, you know, it was a really good experience. And I feel like it helped me be inspired to travel more and things like that. So I like it. Okay, well, there we go. This little candle went out. Gotta relight it. All right, I like that energy. So let's just take a bit of a deeper dive. Yeah, see, we have beauty, the Wheel of Fortune, creativity. You're creating a whole new beautiful life for yourself, Virgo. This is gorgeous. And it's bringing you to a new chapter full of love, satisfaction. I like it. Let's take a deeper dive into this information and see what's going on. Okay, so at the bottom of this deck, we have totality, we have past lives, we have completion, receptivity. Yeah, I definitely, it feels like recently you went through like an ascension process or an ego death or something. You know, everything feels like it's coming full circle for you. All right. And now, because of that, you're in a very receiving mode, which is where I feel that sun and that lover's card is coming in. I like it. But yeah, with morality here, though, and creativity, with integration, rebirth. Yeah. I feel like yeah, with suppression, I feel like you weren't living your truth, you weren't living authentically. And that was maybe because of other people's judgments that you were worried about. But now you're living a very free, creative life, you know, living authentically there. And with integration and rebirth, I feel like you're showing people in your family, people around you, society, whatever, how to make the best of these worlds. You know, like you can still honor your truth and be around your family and things like that. You know what I mean? Like this is just you showing up authentically and showing that your authenticity does not have to be a threat to others. You know, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's look into despair and skill for you, Virgo. Let's see what's going on there. Despair and skill. I love it. So we have control here. Okay, this lets me know that there was definitely a lot of effort, a lot of energy that was put into kind of keeping yourself in a box. Okay, with inner voice, I feel like you were trying to ignore your intuition for a long time, quiet your inner truth, and now you're letting that out. You know, you realize how kind of it's like it's just how miserable of a life that would be to not be able to live your truth and be who you are loud and proud. It's so much effort, so much worry, so much chaos, and you recognize it's not worth it, you know? And so you've let your guard down and let your inner voice, your authenticity shine through. And with possibilities here, now the world is wide open. The world is your oyster. Now that you're allowing yourself to take up space, be here, you can do anything. I love that. I love that. The world is your oyster for sure. And you're recognizing it's safe to be myself. It's safe to show up authentically. Yeah, see, okay. Whew. We have flowering and conditioning. Yeah, for a long time you know, tried to blend in, tried to hide your see how brave you are, all these lions around you. Some of you guys you could like lions, have a lion tattoo or something like that. But you're so brave, Virgo. You're so brave. And now you're allowing yourself to be beautiful and brave. Look at that flowering coming out of the shadows. Because you are safe now. Absolutely. So let's look more into peace and well being. And I just feel like that's people, you know, you accepting yourself, other people accepting you, and just realizing, like, oh my God, like, it's okay. It's okay. This definitely gives me the energy of like somebody that's like coming out of the closet or something like that, or just being like, this is how I feel. This is my true self. This is it. And that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for being yourself. Thank you for allowing your truth to be out and seen. That is your birthright. Ooh, I love it. Let's talk about it. Okay. So we have going with the flow. So yeah, it's like you realize that, you know, being your true self, letting your authenticity shine, like it's okay. And not only is it okay, it's easier. Okay. It's just, you're not having to overthink. You're not having to question. You're not having to put on a mask, a facade. You can go with the flow. You can relax, allow things to unwind naturally. Okay. And look, you've got a breakthrough. That's beautiful. Showing up authentically, breaking out of, you know, that box that you put yourself in. No longer. okay, with abundance and source. I'm telling you, this is the sun card for the second time for you, Virgo, with abundance here as well. Like, because you've allowed yourself to be your true self and shine, and you allow yourself to flow, that allows that happiness, that joy, that abundance to come to you. You know, whenever you're blocked off, whenever you're being rigid, that doesn't allow the flow to happen, right? So now that you're in that flow, look at what's coming your way. So beautiful. Okay, and we've got change here, slowing down. Yes. Look how beautiful. You can flow now. You can relax now. Yeah, it's like you guys realize like how exhausting it was to, just try to masquerade and try to force yourself to be something you weren't. And some of you may still struggle with like being completely authentic and showing up fully because you're getting used to being out of your shell, and that's okay. Again, be patient with yourself, compassionate. Okay, what does it say? It says, shine brightly like the star you are. Okay, that's what you guys are doing. I love it. All right, so let's look at the sun and the lover's card because this is beautiful. Let's look at that abundance and that happiness coming through. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, yeah. See, with the Fool and stress, I see you just completely letting go of stress, letting go of any worry, letting go of the need to like overwork yourself or, trying to impress everybody. Like you're just like, I can't impress everyone. I can't live my life for everyone, so I'm not doing that anymore. I just can't. Okay. We have guidance, we have participation. Yeah. I definitely feel like you're going to be shining and going to be a guide for others. You're going to be just your energy is going to be very welcoming and inviting. You could be feeling a lot more social or just meeting a lot of new people, like meeting your soul tribe, people like that. I also see you kind of being like a leader for others, like, whether it's, just showing your friends and loved ones how amazing and how safe it is to be your authentic self, or maybe you have a podcast, a YouTube channel, whatever, make TikToks or something. I just see people turning to you as a way of like, okay, look at that person, look at how amazing their life is, all the blessings, all the abundance, all the joy that is radiating from them because they're living their best life. I want to be like that. What a way to be. Okay? We've got turning in, we've got experiencing, we've got success, we've got trust, we've got the rebel beyond illusion. Okay. Like absolutely. Looking in for the experience, for the guidance. That's what's amazing. Okay? There's your success, there's your trust. Everything is looking good for you, Virgo. I'm telling you. With the rebel and beyond illusion, you are awakened. No more conditioning, no more in the matrix, no more looking to society or the media or anything like that to give you that guidance. You are tapped in. And that's because you lived a long life of not, and you realize this is the way to be. I'm into it. All right, let's talk about strength and innovation here. You're just so brave. You're so iconic. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed. I am obsessed with all of this. Absolutely. Look at this. Look at how beautiful. We have playfulness, we have celebration. You are so brave in just being yourself. That's the most brave thing you can do. It's to allow yourself to show up authentically. That's so iconic. That's just, you're so brave, so courageous. I am celebrating you, dancing in the rain, having fun. You're living life like nobody's watching you. And even if they were, you wouldn't care. I love it. Huge transformation for you, Virgo. Like, this has just been such a beautiful shift. And we have the creator here. Again, you see all this yellow and like light, like you've awakened the light within you. You realize you are the creator. You create your own reality with your thoughts, your words, your actions. And you reclaim that power here. I love it. We've got thunderbolt, politics, silence, and innocence. Yeah. Yeah. You have really silenced like the chaos and the nonsense. Again, you are no longer in the matrix. You are within. Okay. You recognize that you are a soul just having an experience. Yeah. And you recognize as well, like, how exhausting it is to be on that other end of the spectrum there, you know? Because we have fighting, friendliness, and exhaustion, clinging to the past. Like, that's so much work. And now, like, this is where you used to be, just always worrying, always overworking, just rigid. And now things are flowing for you. You're open to receive. It's just a beautiful energy. So happy for you, Virgo. Honestly, you deserve it. All right, love that. We are going to tap into some soul messages just to see what your soul has to say, the deeper messages there, and then we're going to get into some love. So let's get into it. Okay, see, we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Yeah, you've been going through some hard times here, but I'm telling you, by the end of Virgo season, that's completely different, completely turned around. And know that that hardship is what gets you to be able to get to this space. You know, if you didn't recognize how hard it was to force yourself to be conditioned and fit into boxes, you wouldn't be so willing to break out of them. Okay? We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Forgive yourself, forgive others for putting you in those boxes, and forgive yourself for staying there. Service, I feel good when I can help others. Failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Absolutely. So, yeah, you are definitely in service right now. Just by walking around doing this work, you're an inspiration. That is your service. And again, you've learned a lot through challenges, through failures. So, know that, especially if that's what you've been going through, the shift is going to happen soon. And I always tell people your highs match your lows. So, you're doing good, Virgo. All right, let's get some final soul messages for you. And that'll be, well, that won't be that. Then we'll get into love. All right, loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. Absolutely. I know a lot of you are probably feeling alone right now that you're showing up, taking up space. It can be, you know, a hard transition whenever you realize certain people aren't really there for you, your true self, you know? But recognize that clearing that energy out will not only allow you to get closer to your true self, but it creates that space to bring in that soul tribe that you do deserve to be around. Okay? Guilt, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for choosing better for yourself. Don't feel guilty for not accepting less. It's your life. You need to, live it in the best way for yourself. And there's no need to feel guilty about that. Lead by example. And last card, regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Again, this is definitely giving that energy of forgive yourself, forgive the past, forgive yourself for not knowing better. You know, again, if it wasn't for these situations where you wish you had done better, you wouldn't be doing better right now. Okay, so appreciate what you learned from those situations. Okay. All right, let's get some love messages, shall we? Let's see what's going on there. I made myself really close to this table, so now I can't move my legs. All right, for some love, we've got reconciliation, make the effort, you deserve love, wedding, and soulmate. Ooh. So with reconciliation, someone from your past is returning. Could be an ex, could be a friend, old coworker, whatever. Of course, you don't have to take anyone back that you don't want to, right? You have free will. Don't let cards tell you what to do, right? But it seems like if this is someone that you want to connect with, you are being asked to make the effort. And if that's not what you want to connect with, make the effort to get clear and move towards what you want to go towards, okay? Co-create. Let's get some love messages to close you out, Virgo. Thanks for watching, and let me know if this resonated for you. All right, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So yeah, some of you could be meeting somebody like in a social setting, whether at like an event, a party, going out, whatever. But it's letting you know that you don't have to do this alone. You know, there could be like others operating with you, helping you meet people, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yeah, I definitely feel like you meet someone through your friends. Okay, but again, Spirit's encouraging you to go out and meet new people, put in effort to get to know people. You know, it's not just gonna like It's not just going to drop itself on your front door one day, right? So you have to kind of, again, be proactive in this dance and love yourself first. Your self respect makes you more romantically attractive. I definitely get the sense that some of us are worried that, like, well, if I put myself out there, how do I know I'm not going to get hurt? Well, first of all, you never know that. Number one, everything happens as it's meant to. And if that's what's meant to happen, it will. But how you can keep that from happening is by loving yourself first, recognizing you do deserve love, right? Don't settle. Okay? If you know that somebody's not treating you how you deserve to be treated, if the vibes are off, if you get anxious, nervous, those are signs that something isn't quite right. So recognize that you've been through things that have taught you these red flags, whether it's from you or from another person, and allow yourself to listen to them, honor them, and communicate that. Don't just ghost people. Say, like, listen, because of this, this, and this, I'm not feeling it. We can still be friends if that's what you're interested in. If not, you know, and be respectful and kind, right? But I always think of like dating as like the universe handing you a person like on a silver platter and being like, these characteristics, you like that? Is that what you're looking for? And being honest and being yes or no helps the universe bring that person to you even more. So help with that. Okay? All right, Virgo, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If this resonated, let me know with a like, a comment, definitely subscribe. All of that helps the channel grow, and I'm always so grateful. If you'd like to know more about me and the services I provide, you can go to my website, avianasascension.com. And on there, I've got online classes. I've got, all my readings and stuff. I have some services. If you want a personal reading or a personal ceremony, we can get into that. I also have a newsletter that's on there if you would like to get more guidance from me, get discounts, coupons, know more about events I'm at. You'll want to sign up for that newsletter. That's where I send all of my spiritual guidance and all that good stuff, okay? And if you sign up for the newsletter, you do get a free meditation sent to you. So check it out. That's all I have for you today, Virgo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.